Na kérem szépen, szavazó srácok, úgy mindenkinek itt lennék egy újabb videóval. Nyilván Hogwarts Legacy, mint a zábra is mutatja. Így van, egyébként a hétvége, ugye ebből is tudhatjátok, hogy nem lesz közvetítés ezeken a napokon egyáltalán. Meg amúgy sem szokott már lenni. Amit itt vettétek, elértük a 21-es szintet a játékban. Gond volt az egyik mentéssel, így sajnos újra meg kellett csinálnom ugyanazokat a küldéket, amiket már egyszer megcsináltam. Mint kiderült, volt vagy 600 mentés a játékon belül, így a szükségteleneket kitöröltem, és akkor csak egy adott mentést viszünk végig. Gyakorlatilag. És most ott tartunk, hogy a griff madár is megvan, azzal is tudunk már menni. Viszont a sötét mágiát azt még nem tanultam ki, de azt is ki szeretném egyébként. Nem tudom, mi lesz a következő küldi. A Demigiles, vagy Demigiles holdköveket is elkezdtem. Hát jó, most mondjuk nem, de egyébként meg elkezdtem azt is gyűjtögetni. Ugye most tartunk ott, hogy Alhamóra, igen. Pierce Pembertonnal kell beszéljünk. Mert ő meg lebaszott minket, hogy mi mégis milyen jogon szedtük le ezeket a holdköveket, mikor azok ugye a helyükön voltak. Úgyhogy most elmegyünk ez a Pierce Pembertonhoz, és akkor tárgyalni fogunk az illetővel, hogy most akkor ez micsoda, meg miért van az, hogy minket lecseszett. Itt is van Pierce Pemberton.
Pardon me, sir, but about those curious demiguise statues I've seen.
What? Who are you? Why do you ask?
They're causing Mr. Moon terrible distress.
Ha! Good. That was the idea.
So you did create them?
Yes, I did. It was a ploy to give that pathetic oaf Moon a taste of the grief he caused me years ago. You are the one who's been pilfering them.
I am, at the request of Mr. Moon. I received your owl on your stationery.
Ah, well, fitting Moon would enlist a student. Too cowardly to do it himself. Hasn't changed a bit. Even when we were at school, he was a cowardly bully. Gave me a horrible nickname, which I shan't repeat. I was thrilled when we left school and he seemed gone for good. Then I started seeing him around Hogsmeade. It was too much. Even if I do take satisfaction in that his life's destiny was to be a lowly caretaker.
He is a bit much for a caretaker, but he means well. And he's terrified of those statues.
I know. You should have seen his face when that boggart appeared. Oh, priceless. I simply didn't want to encounter him anymore. So, I shrewdly put a boggart in his path to learn his... I then created the demiguise statues to keep him in his place, so to speak. The moons were an inspired play on his name. It worked brilliantly. Until you started clearing them out.
Sounds as if Mr. Moon deserved what he got. But perhaps it's time you both moved on.
Fair point, I suppose. If they've terrified him, as you say.
Jó. És akkor vissza kell mennünk a Roxfordba. Pontosabban ide.
Mr. Moon, I've learned who's behind the demiguise statues. It was a classmate of yours that you bullied, Piers Pemberton.
Oh, I might have known. Pigtails Piers.
I don't think he likes being called that.
Of course he does. Oh, he had such flowing locks, and we used to laugh about them. I laughed the hardest of all. Clever, clever man. I'd no idea. Continue collecting them if you like. As for me, I'm gonna go and pay a visit.
De mi van az Elohamora 3-mal? Tehát én direkt ezért csináltam meg a küldit, hogy kitanuljuk az Elohamora 3-at. De nyilván nem tanultuk ki, hogy basszám meg. Hát ez nagyon jó. És most megálltunk az Elohamora 3, mi? Öcsém. Sebastian és Omnis látták vitatkozni, utána ki kellene devéteni, miről van szó. Hoppácska. Nézzük csak meg. Hol van? Aha. Jó, akkor oda elmegyünk.
Anything to do with the dark art should be avoided. It's too risky.
LESZ, ezen is túl voltunk, mert pedig amúgy egyszer.
Slytherin is worth the risk.
I can't agree. And I'll not say a word more. I'm sorry.
I won't give up.
What were you and
He's being ridiculous. Apparently Salazar Slytherin had a secret scriptorium here in Hogwarts. Ominous swears it was used for the dark arts, so he wants nothing to do with it. I reminded him that Anne needs a cure. This scriptorium could hold the answers we...
The dark arts do pique my interest.
There's more to dark magic than people realize. The Gaunts know this better than most. Perhaps I've spoken out of turn. Ominous's family history is
I'd like to know more about it, if you wouldn't mind telling me. I won't repeat it.
Very well. But do Ominous learned dark magic from his parents? Are you familiar with the Cruciatus curse?
Crucio, correct? The Cruciatus curse, also known as the torture curse, inflicts excruciating pain on the victim.
Apparently, his parents and older siblings had no qualms about casting it on muggles for sport. Ominous described the sound of the victim's cries as horrific, so the first time he was asked to cast it himself as a child, he couldn't bring himself to do it. As punishment, his family cast it on him. The anguish was so bad that when asked to cast it again, he relented. I have repeatedly assured Ominous that he did what he had to, but he still hasn't.
How horrible. Poor Ominous, he was only a child. He shouldn't...
After that incident, the rift between Ominous and his family only grew. That is until I came along. Every moment he isn't at Hogwarts, he's with us in Feldcroft. Ominous trusts me. And more often than not, he winds up listening to me. Watch for my owl. I'll have news soon.
Okay.
I'll make Ominous understand. He'll change his mind.
Ahogy látom, Halloween van. Nem ők tudnak díszíteni, bazze. Nagy terem. Jó, nézzük akkor a kövi küldit. Addig is. Azt mondja, haladjunk a... Ezt viszont elszkippelem nektek, és akkor ezzel már amúgy is túl voltunk egyszer. Na hát, megjelent 2 küldetés is. Az egyik egy fő történetszálas küldi, a másik pedig egy ilyen, hát... Ez pedig egy ilyen nyomozós. De én mindig azt mondom, hogy valahogy tanuljuk ki a sötét mágiát. Majd. És utána, hogyha megvan a sötét mágia, akkor már könnyebb lesz ezeket a lovagokat is legyűrni. Ez abrakadabra meg ilyenek. És most találkozni kéne Natival. Pontosabban itt. Úgyhogy menjünk is ide. Most kaptunk Sebastian-től is egy bagyot.
Is this Mr. Bickle's? I believe so.
Jó.
Why did he challenge that horrible man?
Are you all right? We're looking for Mr. Bickle. Oh, I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Bickle.
Theophilus Harlow! I'm sure of it. He's been threatening my husband for weeks.
He must be around here somewhere. When did you last see him?
Archie was home with his father while I was out. His satchel's missing. I hope he wasn't here when Harlow... when my husband...
Do you know which way Archie might have gone?
He never wanders far. But if he... I'm afraid to leave.
Is there anything more you can tell me about Harlow?
He's Victor Rookwood's second in command.
A
A miserable, awful creature. Vicious and murderous.
What reason would Harlow have to kill your husband?
My husband had been looking into Harlow's dealings and discovered some of what... I begged him to leave it alone, but he...
We'll find your son, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you.
Please do not worry, Mrs. Bickle. We will bring Archie home. When I took the letter we found to Officer Singer, she told me about Mr. Bickle. He had been...
Valahogy gyorsabban megyek így, bazd meg, mint hogyha sétálni. Gyere már, Nati! Szegény nem tud teleportálni, még én meg nem
What did
tudom.
Officer Singer say about the letter you brought her? She thanked me, but she clearly felt that it was not enough. It is a shame that hippogriffs cannot... Revelio. Your friend Highwing could provide all the evidence against Harlow that we need. We will need something more.
Okay.
This must be little Archie's hideout that Mrs. Bickle mentioned. Archie?
Itt van az, amit
Archie
láttunk. Ja, nem.
He would not have done this to his own hideout. Someone came here looking for him. Revelio may be our only hope of finding out which way he went. Revelio. There! Archie's footprints. He went this way. I thought we would have found Archie by now.
Mire kell majd egy scratch.
I suspect he'll keep running if he's being followed. If it is
Látjátok,
Harlow,
ott van a sötét mágia. Imperio, meg a Crucio, akkor meg a Zavakadabra. Az mondjuk egy nagyon halálos, az azonnal kinyír mindenkit.
men like Harlow would not think twice about killing a child. We must find Archie. Revelio. Wolves. Prepare for a fight. Didn't cross paths with that wolf pack.
Hát ez nem volt gyenge. Nem. Már mondjuk ennél meredekebbeket is vadáztam már le.
Revelio. Archie's satchel. Why would he leave it behind? He was likely running from Harlow, distracted. This may be a good time for Revelio again. Archie went this way. I have a bad feeling about this. Harlow must have a reason for pursuing Archie. I wonder what Archie saw. I hope he didn't see Harlow kill his
Ezt nagyon hülyén csinálták, mondjuk meg, hogy alig láttam át itt azért.
At least not in any way I can imagine.
Alig látom itt a cipőnyomokat amúgy.
A fork in the road. We will need Revelio again. Multiple sets of footprints. Oh, Harlow caught up to him here. This is not good. They went this way.
Gyere már, ne ragadjál le. Ezt várjál, ezt meg kell, ezt el kell tennem.
You can see thestrals too. I witnessed that when I was young. So my
Gyere. Oh, jó.
comfort in it. I still do. I think those of us
Egyet mentettem. Jó.
deserve some comfort.
Azt rohadt. Még időben elkaptam. Ez nagyon ilyen különleges környék.
I was with my father. My mother was away and I felt quite helpless. It was a long time ago in some ways.
Gyere
But
már.
in other ways, it seems like it was only yesterday. I still see him so clearly. You must miss him. My father was a wonderful man. Let us keep moving. We must find Archie.
Egy alapból nem kellett volna megállni amúgy, de mindegy.
It is as I feared. They have Archie. Be on your guard. There can be no mistakes.
Na most meg fognak fakkolódni.
I did not expect this. So large on the inside. That
Tényleg
complicates things a
láthatatlan,
little.
Szegény fiú, hogy meg van rémülve.
You don't think he saw it happen, do you?
Of course he did. Why else would he have run? Harlow will decide what to do with him once he gets back.
Hát ez szívás lesz. Hol vagy? Itt van lent.
Archie? Archie Bickle.
How do you know who I am?
Your mother sent us to find you.
Oh, I'm so glad to see you.
Not too loud, Archie.
Sorry.
We need to get this open.
Alohomora.
I'm called Harlow.
We're so sorry, Archie. We won't let him get away with it, but...
Thank you.
We wouldn't have it any other way, Archie. Now, let's get you home. We know...
Na, ezt megcsináltuk.
Oh, Archie, you're here! Oh, you're safe.
Mother? Oh, Mother. Father's friends are in danger. I heard the people who took me talking about them.
Which friends, darling?
Mr. and Mrs. Rabe, Mr. Filbert, and I think they also said Otto's name.
Oh, I shall speak with them. You run inside.
Yes, Mother.
Your husband's friends may be in danger.
Just as he was.
How can we help?
You've done enough. My husband was a powerful wizard and couldn't defeat Harlow. The last thing we need is that monster coming after you.
It may be too late for that. I'm afraid Harlow's already after us.
Then you needn't anger him further. I assure you, the threat could be a lot worse. Please, please keep your distance.
I'm sorry again about your husband, Mrs. Bickle.
Thank you. And thank you for bringing Archie home. I can never repay the two of you for your kindness.
Not to worry, Mrs. Bickle. My father used to say that rain does not fall on one roof alone. We are here to help each other.
Hát az begurult a vízbe.
I must learn more about Mr. Bickle's friends and why Harlow is after them. You'll be hearing from me as soon as I know something. Thank you for your help today.
Jó, mi most itt mentünk egyet, és megcsinálom még egy küldetést, és akkor ennyi lesz ebben a részben. Hol van quests? Dolgozó árnyékában Crucio, aha. Most fogjuk megtanulni az egyik sötét mágiát. Azért megyünk is oda. Úgy gyerekek, alig várom. Na itt is vagyok.
I told him none of us will be able to avoid dark magic forever. So the more we know about Salazar Slytherin and the dark arts, the better prepared we'll be.
Amúgy ez igaz.
Unfortunately, only a Gaunt knows the location of the Scriptorium's entrance, and Ominous won't tell me.
Perhaps I should have a chat with Ominous.
You? I suppose it's worth a try. But don't get your hopes up. I know where he is. I'll lead you to him and then lead... He's this way.
Na, itt vagyok a Slytherineknek a dolgában.
Keep an eye out. Never know who's watching. Although that hasn't stopped us before.
Strictly speaking, it has. We were caught.
Damned poltergeist. Such a nuisance.
De most meg fogunk tanulni egy új sötét mágiát. A Cruciót. Hát kíváncsi leszek. Hogy ezeket küldetések alapján lehet megszerezni. De ezért is szeretek én a Hogwarts Legacy-val játszani, gyerekek, mert jól is néz ki. Meg játékmenetben is olyan jó. De az állat.
Hello, Ominous. Do you have a moment?
What is it? What have you and Sebastian been up to now?
I owe you an apology, Ominous. I wasn't honest with you before about the Undercroft. Sebastian did. He wanted me to have a safe place to practice some spells, to try and catch up to the other fifth years. He didn't think you'd mind.
I suppose that makes sense. It's just Sebastian's been pestering me lately about something and I'm frustrated.
Don't tell me he's still going on about... What was it? Scriptorium?
He told you about that?
He did. We were talking about our house founder and he mentioned it. Wouldn't say much more, though.
Yes, well, he seems to think it contains the answer to saving Anne. I think it's likely full of dark magic that is better left untouched.
Wait, you've never been inside?
Of course not. I only know about it because of my favorite aunt, Noctua. She thought like I do. Didn't agree with the family on the use of dark magic. In fact, she'd hoped to convince my family that there was more to Salazar Slytherin than worshipping pureblood status. She'd heard of this scriptorium and thought its contents might shed some light on him. She even found the secret entrance in this very corridor. She wrote regularly to my father about her efforts to gain access, and then she simply vanished. No one else ever tried to enter.
I'm sorry about your aunt. Don't you want to find out what happened to her?
Aunt Noctua went down this path with good intentions and lost her life. I don't want the same to happen again.
You don't know that history will repeat itself. Besides, you said your aunt thought like you. This could honor her memory. Get you answers about Slytherin, and Sebastian answers for Anne. Your aunt pursued this alone. We could do it together.
I see what you've done here, and I confess, you've convinced me. I didn't think it possible. Very well. I shall tell you what I know. Fetch Sebastian. I hope we don't regret this.
Sebastian, over here.
These braziers grant access to the scriptorium.
Now you'll share? You wouldn't tell me when I practically begged.
It wasn't you who told me what I needed to hear. Opening the entrance has something to do with threes.
Well, 3 heads are better than 1.
It's 2 heads are better than 1.
And by that logic, 3 is better than 2. Simple mathematics, ominous.
Jó, hogy nekem kell kinyitni. Miért nem adja be a játék?
Remember, 3 braziers are involved.
Someone was actually listening.
Na várjál.
I do that.
Jó, kinyitódott. Na ide már kell viszont a... Lumos. Gyerekek. A sötét mágia.
Revelio.
Rubble formed a relief of a person facing a snake.
That must be the voice I hear. The voice is ancient.
You hear a voice?
It started when you repaired that relief. I hear a whisper saying, "Speak to me." I'm a parcel mouth. I can hear and speak to snakes. All-known parcel mouths are descended from Salazar Slytherin.
I wish all Slytherins could talk to snakes.
You might not want the ability to speak parcel tongue. It's often associated with dark wizards. I haven't spoken it in ages, but I'd wager if I speak it now, the door will open. I'm hoping you're having second thoughts.
Ez nem az a... Amikor a Voldemortnak volt az a fiatalabbi kénye, nem ő tudott ilyen nyelven beszélni?
Believe me, I am having thoughts, but I'm still...
It's ironic. When I left home, I vowed to leave the dark arts behind, and... I can't believe I'm doing this.
Hát én sem.
It worked! Ominous, you possess a rare ability indeed.
Between the 2 of you, I'm starting to feel left out.
Between the 2 of us?
Never mind. There's no clear way forward.
Like a maze. Salazar Slytherin most likely wanted this to be difficult to solve.
Revelio.
The door we came from, it closed. There's more than 1 gate ahead.
Then look closely at each gate for clues.
Lumos. Incendio. Dial requires focus.
Aunt Noctua said the same. It may take practice to solve it. That didn't sound good.
Salazar Slytherin didn't make this easy.
Revelio.
Hát ez egy jó kérdés így. Salazar Slytherin ezt a szkriptóriumot a Roxford mélyén attól tartok. Sötét forsóban leszármazott vagyok, és mégis úgy érzem, nem vagyok szívesen látott venni. Ezek a folyosón lévő parazsak meggyújtásra segít.
This journal entry, it mentions getting lost and being unwelcome.
Hát ezt nem tudom, hogy oldjam meg. Mindjárt érzek valamit erről. Na, annyi a lényeg, hogy itt több mindent is kell forgatni.
This is looking rather dire, isn't it?
You sound surprised. We're in a maze designed by
Nem fogom tudni egy hamar megoldani. Megvan, mit kell csinálni, bassza meg. Tehát az ajtón lévő szimbólumokat kell nézni. És akkor itt tovább jutunk gyakorlatilag. Ó. Nem erre kellett volna jönni. És én azt honnan tudjam, hogy az hol van? Várjál. Szerintem az nyílik ott ki. Félig ilyen fej és egy Z alak. Akkor az itt nyílik. Félig ilyen fej és egy Z alak. Nem. Nem ez lesz ez. Pedig egy olyan fej és egy zél. Inkább tűnik egy malacnak. Nézzük.
Not the welcoming sort, was he? The dial seems to be getting more difficult, but we've made it this far. Don't give up.
Várjatok. Be sikerült tovább jutnom, ez egy elhúzott rész lesz. Ez rendkívüli, ez az utazás fájdalmas, de kifizetődő. Hamarosan megtanulom a szkriptóriumot, és elmondhatatlan titkokat fedezek fel. Házunk alapítójával kapcsolatban Salazar Slytherin többre gondolt, mint amire vártunk.
Noctua references painful and arduous challenges, but also rewards.
Painful.
Oké.
That's the part I'm wary of.
Ilyen háromszögszerűség, és egy ilyen polipszerű. Háromszögszerűség és polipszerű. Megvan.
Excellent work. We're another step closer to the scriptorium.
Elbuktam a tárcsát, és úgy csapódott a tartalom, mint ha igazi kígyó lenne, de a családom érdekében meg kell találnom a továbbra is útja. Nem szabad megkövetelnünk a gyerekektől, hogy a régi hagyományokhoz igazodjanak. Ezek a szkriptóriumoknak bizonyítania kell, hogy az örökségben több van, mint ami látszik.
Your aunt wanted to change your family's traditions.
She did. And she was my favorite person in the world for it.
I spotted something ahead. Looks troubling. The gate! I think we're locked in. Again.
Okay.
Then Salazar Slytherin is not yet finished with us.
Cruciót kell ide alkalmazni. Hol vagy? Incendo. Az még nekem nincsen kiállokkolva. Elveszettem a reményt, be vagyok zárva, sikolyt hallottam, és láttam a megkínzott arcokat, csak egy megbocsáthatatlan átokkal lehet előre jutni. Még ha akarnám is, nincs senki, akire rávethetném. Salazar Slytherin valóban rossz indulatú kihívás jelentett. A bátyámmal folytatott legutóbbi levelezésben meghívtam ide, Most, ha egyedül keres engem, a halálba vezettem. Különbségeink ellenére nem kívánok neki rosszat, bár csak jobb feltételekkel váltunk volna el egymástól.
Ominous. A skeleton. And Noctua's last journal entry. She mentions being trapped here, blocked by an unforgivable curse.
This is where she died. This is where we'll die. I shouldn't have listened to either of you.
Ominous, I'm truly sorry about your aunt. But I know what to do. It's going to be difficult.
You said you know what to do.
Tortured faces on the door and crucios etched into the stone. My guess is if we cast the crucio... That's why Noctua died. She had no one to cast the curse on. Ominous has the most experience with this. He should cast it. You seem to be in Ominous's favor. Will you ask him about this?
He does seem a bit cross with you. I'll speak.
Good. Work your... Wish we had some liquid luck.
All of this could have been avoided.
Ominous, I hadn't imagined we'd end up trapped like this.
Salazar Slytherin did. He's to blame for many unimaginable things. I overheard you and Sebastian, and I won't do it. The Cruciatus curse is pure torture, I would know.
Sebastian told me a little of what happened when you were young. Sounds as if you had no choice.
Should have known he would have told you. And one always... I'm as guilty as the worst of my family. Unforgivable curses won't work unless you really mean them. I had to want to cause pain, and for that I shall never forgive myself. That spells the reason I have no family left. You and Sebastian will need to sort out a... If you cast Crucio, you will regret it forever.
Meg kell tanítaniuk nekem.
What do we do now? Ominous is not going to cast...
Ridiculous. As if dying in here is a better option than... It's up to us. I can teach you Crucio.
Wait, you didn't say you knew how to cast Crucio?
Because I'm not sure I do. Ominous knows that, yet he's left us no choice. I think I can cast it if I have to.
I want to learn the curse, and I think it's best if I cast it on you.
Very well, if that's what you want. To perform the spell, raise your wand, point it at me, and firmly declare Crucio. Hold.
Nem lesz gyenge.
Ready?
I'm ready.
Are you all right?
That pain. I would have done anything to make it stop. But I'll survive.
Csóri.
Let's keep moving.
Revelio.
We made it.
Salazar Slytherin szkriptóriuma. Egy titkos és jól védett szoba Roxford alatt, ahol Salazar Slytherin a jelek szerint azzal töltötte az idejét, hogy különböző hosszútávú terveket készített a diákokkal kapcsolatban, és elgondolkodott a többi alapítóval nézetével.
Slytherin scriptorium.
I can't believe we're here.
Sebastian, Ominous, there's a book just here.
Varázs könyve.
You two go ahead. Let me know what's in it. I'll wander around a bit.
May I have a look?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Looks like a spell book of some kind. This is incredible. A Hogwarts founder's possession. What an honor. Still can't believe Ominous never told me about his aunt and what she found.
What will you do with Slytherin's spellbook?
What I do with every book. Read it. Having professors as parents. But I can do that later. For now, I say we...
Azaz.
It's breathtaking. I don't want to leave, but I owe you. Both of you.
Attól tartok,
Without
sosem
both of
fog
you,
megegyezni.
we never have made it this far.
Az biztos.
We were lucky. We could have died. We must swear never to do this again.
I see a way out.
Best news I've heard all day.
Ez egyre érdekesebb ez a rész.
Ominous. About your aunt.
Please, Sebastian. I meant what I said before. We swear, right now, never to engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
Understood. I'm truly sorry about your aunt, Ominous.
I suppose after all this I am grateful.
Abracadabra, gyerekek, a végső cél.
Thank you.
Szerintem addig fogjuk ezt csinálni, hogy meg nem lesz az átok varázslat, és akkor onnantól a játék, én úgy gondolom, hogy sokkal könnyebb lesz, de rengetegszer. Na jó van, gyerekek. Viszont ez a rész így ennyi. Köszönöm szépen, hogy megnéztétek. És majd a kövi részben megtudjuk, hogy mi lesz a következő kalandunk a Roxfordban. Sziasztok!